Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about I stopped ordering Chipotle on DoorDash because they always do this. Man weighs portion size after ordering a double chicken burrito bowl. I don't think it's a surprise to anybody, really, how somebody who is ordering on DoorDash, Uber Eats, or Grubhub is treated very differently than somebody who's ordering in their own store. That doesn't just go for the driver. That goes for the customers too, and I think a lot of times dashers and drivers forget that. They're being mistreated too. So with that said, I actually want to go over what is being said here, because if somebody is not getting the portion size that they order and paying extra for that extra portion size, in my opinion, that's a problem. Let's go over everything being said and see if this is factually accurate. So with that said, let's get started. Does a double meat order from Chipotle actually contain double the meat? One TikToker certainly doesn't think so. In a now viral video, TikToker user Jm.fit showcases his recent online order from Chipotle, which he says he ordered with double chicken. When he measures out the chicken, it weighs at only 3.1 ounces, which is under Chipotle's stated serving size of a single portion, 4 ounces. Well, first off, I'm going to leave his TikTok and his profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions. But I think this is a very important point to note. If you're ordering on DoorDash, on Uber Eats, on Grubhub, you don't have the ability to check their work. So you're kind of hoping that they actually have the integrity and character to do their job if you're not there to make sure they're doing it. I think that restaurants will do everything in their power to kind of skirt the system as much as possible. Nevertheless, I think it's a good idea to just double check everything. That's why I'm more of a proponent of actually going there and seeing things happen, especially for places like Chipotle, Subway, those fast casual places where they kind of just make it right in front of you. John's video currently has over 662,000 views. The things you do for content, huh? I get it almost every day. John says of the double chicken burrito bowl, look at this stuff. The video then shows his supposed portion of chicken on a scale, which reads 3.1 ounces. Now keep in mind, he's putting it on a scale, but the plate, I'm sure he adjusted it for the weight of the plate. The plate is gonna have its own weight too. So if he didn't do that, it could genuinely be less. But it definitely wouldn't surprise me if Chipotle started pulling some shady stuff like this. Or the employees just don't care enough to properly give the proper amount. Like, what the F, he asks. Enough is enough. This S needs to stop. And while I don't disagree with you, I wish you wouldn't curse so I didn't have to censor it. The problems of a content creator. According to the label on the bowl, John ordered his meal through DoorDash. Shock. Nobody likes DoorDash, and unfortunately, people take out their frustrations on the customer. In 2015, Insider broke down a Chipotle bowl into its requisite parts. While the Insider found the company's calorie count to be largely accurate, it noted the chicken only weighed in at 2.9 ounces, just under John's double chicken weight, and a full ounce below the Chipotle stated weight of 4 ounces. Is Chipotle shorting all customers or just DoorDash customers? If they short all customers, then this is not a DoorDash specific issue, it's a Chipotle specific issue. Recently, many users online have complained about their Chipotle orders, specifically their online orders, appearing smaller than they once were. In 2021, the Insider documented numerous complaints from around the web surrounding Chipotle's shrinking size. Yeah, you know what? I don't blame people for thinking this way, especially since there's a significant difference between ordering in person and ordering online. A lot of times, these companies are taking a significant cut. If you're ordering directly through DoorDash, that's a 30% cut from their profit. Do they shrink it by a certain percentage just to prove a point? I absolutely would say that, yes. Because that's how corporations operate. Why would your employees make a burrito this small? This is crazy, wrote a Twitter user. Quoted by Insider, I feel extra ripped off because it was an online order and they knew I couldn't say anything. That also raises an issue from the restaurant to customer relationship. Are merchants taking advantage of customers because they're ordering online? Because I know that merchants treat drivers badly, but are merchants also treating customers badly in the process of that? The latter point may be accurate, and Chipotle has admitted as much. Documented by Eat This Not That, Chipotle CFO Jack Hartung explained at a conference how online ordering has changed the ordering process, allowing crew members to be more consistent with their rations. That's not consistency at all. In fact, that is completely inaccurate across the board. Our portion sizes are much more consistent because there's not somebody pointing at every single pan. He explained, according to Eat This Not That, the crew will just see the way that a customer is looking at them and think, oh, I better put another scoop in. What, you're afraid of accountability? You're afraid of somebody actually saying, hey, that's not an accurate amount of food that you're putting in this bowl. You state online that it's 4 ounces and you're putting in less. That's illegal, immoral, and unethical across the board. Can't advertise something and then just skirt the system. But this still does not explain John's issue, nor the issues of many other commenters on TikTok who complain about the portions under Chipotle's stated sizes. Chipotle also reported to raise its prices yet again, elevating its menu prices by 4% at the end of the first quarter of this year. So not only are you not providing the value that a online order is supposed to make, you're raising the prices of the online order you're not providing the value for. That is the dumbest economics I've ever heard. On TikTok, users advised John that the only course of action he could take to ensure proper portion sizes is by physically going to Chipotle. That's my point. You gotta actually see them do things, because that way you can hold them accountable for their actions. I stopped ordering Chipotle on DoorDash because they always do this, a commenter claimed. Actually speaking, one thing I do want to note is that they have yet to blame DoorDash specifically. They're blaming Chipotle's relationship with DoorDash customers. We're calling the problem as it is, not as it's perceived to be so far. Never order online, another agreed. I've learned my lesson. Some even advised that John report this incident to corporate, saying that he could get some freebies for doing so. Call corporate Chipotle and tell them what happened, providing them proof, a commenter wrote. They supposedly have incredible customer service and will probably give you a QR code for a free 2-person adult meal, including drinks and a side of chips. You know what? That's a really good idea. Like, get some free Chipotle if you get shorted. So not only are people getting shorted and not providing the value that they say they're offering, they're ending up paying more because people are calling the corporation and holding them accountable for their actions. That is hilarious. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. I think if you order on DoorDash, Uber Eats, or Grubhub, you're taking an inherent risk, regardless of what app you choose to order on the concept that the order itself will not be done properly. You're not there to hold them accountable. So therefore, you're not there to make sure that what is being done the right way. And I think this is especially important since they even said they're raising their prices by 4%. If they're going to raise their prices, you need to be there to make sure things are being done right. The most frustrating feeling for me as a person is paying for something and not getting the full value of what I'm paying for. So if you're ordering on DoorDash, you can't guarantee that you're getting what you're supposed to pay for. But again, that's the price of convenience. You're sacrificing that so that way you don't necessarily have to leave your home. Now, how often are people actually going to weigh the amount of chicken that they got? Probably not many at all, which is why they think they can get away with this. So just understand, if you're going to order from these apps at all, you should understand that this is an inherent risk you're going to take. I'm honestly thrilled that the drivers weren't brought up at all. Good on the customers for recognizing this is a Chipotle issue with DoorDash customers, not a DoorDash issue with customers that ordered from Chipotle. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!